It's Too T3rpd. Okay. Question number one.
Yeah.
You freestyle?
Do I? I mean, a little bit, I suppose. Just like in my car sometimes. You want me to go now? Let's go. I'm on Too T3rp. Here we go. I'm gonna smoke weed, don't you know? I might make an ass out of myself, but I don't care. I'm still going to hell. We're gonna get high. Donovan and me. This is crazy. Let's fucking go. That's all I know. Let's go. Oh,
he run the show. Hey, let's go. My dog Max. That's where it's at.
Yep.
He might have one of the freestyles. Damn. Yeah, you did better than me. I
Shit.
Oh, that was actually lit. For real.
Thanks. I actually just started taking an improv freestyle class with this dude on Zoom, but we could get into that later. What's up?
Nah, for real though, because now I might be a little convinced because you was just spitting some bars, so now I'm kind of like, all right.
Come on.
I might be talking about something.
Come on.
All right. But y'all already know it's a Too T3rpd podcast. This your boy Donovan, aka Mr. You Knew What It Was when you sang dude. Oh, no. We don't need that. No.
Everybody knows.
Shit. You already know. But they don't know. Actually, a lot of people from this episode are going to know. As a matter of fact, I know you said you did it before it was legal and all that stuff, but we're going to talk about that. Because a lot of the homies might actually know who you are, too. For real.
Maybe.
Nah, for real.
Are you going to introduce me?
Of course, come on.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I forgot.
Sometimes podcasts, like, I'm not even supposed to speak before.
You do? Oh.
I don't know. I thought that was like kind of etiquette, but let's throw that shit out the window.
Hey, man, we do what we do around here. Anything goes at Too T3rpd now.
Hell
You knew what it was when you signed up.
Yes, sir.
Y'all already know. So if you didn't know before, we got a cage match. We talked about this the last time when Ashley and Ryan was in here. So we got a cage match champion in the building, yo. So we definitely got to talk about that. We got one, like I said, we got the bartender at the Improv Shop. So I definitely want to talk about a lot of the things about the Improv Shop because, come on now, who knows better than the bartender?
Yeah, I see everything at that place, for sure.
But my man's also got a cannabis history as well. And y'all know.
Little bit.
Hell yeah. And y'all know how we feel about that around here. So give it up for my homie, Max Levin.
Hey. Thank you.
Oh, shit. Hold on. No. We got that live studio audience. You see him out there.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Come on, you know that crowd.
Appreciate you. Hey, thanks for having me on, Donovan.
Come on now. You already know, bro. This is long awaited, man.
Yeah, no. We haven't known each other for that long, but like I feel like our souls have, you know.
Hell yeah. You was my coach.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. One of my favorite improvisers to work with, for sure.
God, yeah, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. Stop. Let's go.
But you already know, man. So let's get started with. I'm gonna get started with the cannabis origins first, because that's usually what we do first.
Yeah.
So let's get started with your passion with the weed when you first started smoking, like when you first started learning to grow.
Yeah. So I've had an interesting history with weed, and it's been going. Like I thought about it earlier today, and I was like, man, I've been smoking weed for almost 30 years.
Really?
I'm 44. I just turned 44 last month, and when I say shit like that, when I say something like 25, 30 years ago, as soon as that shit comes out of my mouth, I'm like, fuck. Like that's ridiculous. That's a really long time.
It's a blessing, though.
I think so. There've been some good, really, really good times with weed and me, for sure. But I started smoking. When I was in high school, I played soccer freshman and sophomore year of high school. And then right after sophomore year ended, so like I'm talking like close to winter, like close to my 16th birthday, is when I discovered weed, alcohol, and cigarettes all at the same time.
Damn, you did.
I was just like, boom.
Yeah, you got the quadruple dub.
Yes. I jumped right into all that. And then I tried out for varsity soccer my junior year, and I quit after one day at tryout. So I was like, this isn't for me anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just with like, yeah. I mean, so did you feel like I'm just not gonna go pro? So fuck this.
No, I just couldn't handle the tryouts.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I think everything just sort of started kicking my ass a little bit. So and I don't blame the weed for that. Like that was probably more the cigarettes.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was definitely the cigs, dog.
For sure. It's one big regret of mine that I still fucking do. But yeah, so I've been smoking since I was about 16, in different variants, I suppose. Like different levels of smoke. I've been an all day, everyday smoker, and currently I'm a let me wait till the night smoker. And kind of like use it as a reward for getting through a day or getting through a shift at work or getting through a rush at work and then like having it calm me down a little bit.
Hell yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, for sure. I told you the beginnings and I told you the current. There's a lot of shit that happened in between.
I like that. So we got the journey, so now we can get into the middle. We got the outline now.
You want to talk about growing weed? My journey with that?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to name any names, but I had a buddy who owned a home, and we used to party at this house all the time. He'd have a Halloween party every year. Just a big party house that we just were at all the time. And then one day after partying at this house for years, my buddy gives me a call. And he invites me and my girlfriend at the time over, and he says that he's got a proposition for us, And in my mind, the first thing that came to my mind is like, oh, he wants to have like a wife swap or something like that. Ooh. So I told her that, and she's like, well, let's fucking go. I was like, you want to do? I was like, whatever, let's go. And so we went over there.
Hold on, that's even funnier, yo.
I was like, at least we could say is no when we get over there. I don't know if she wanted to say no. I don't know, but we went, and so we sit down in his living room, and he's like, all right. He's like, I'm going to show you something, and he's like, you can say no, but if you do say no, just like I want you to like not tell anybody what I showed you, what you guys saw tonight, and I'm still thinking it's a wife.
You're like, what is this guy packing, yo? What's going on?
But he took us into the basement, and like as we're walking into the basement, I start thinking to myself, I was like, man, I haven't been in this basement for a couple of years now, and that used to be like a part of the house that we used to chill in all the time. But it just clicked as we were like walking down the stairs in the basement. I was like, I haven't been down here in a long time, and then I figured out why. So we get to the bottom of the stairs, and he opens the closet door, and he walks into the closet, and he's like, follow us, like in the closet. And then he turns the corner, and what should be a wall in the closet, he opens a fake wall, slides open, and we're in this dude's veg room, what you call a veg room.
Hell yeah.
With just some mother plants in there, some clones sitting over here, and then like the beginning stages of these plants, which at that time I knew nothing about. I didn't know shit from shit. But I already realized what it is he was showing us. And from the bedroom, he opens a curtain, and now we're in his flower room with all these beautiful fucking plants, and just smelled amazing in there, and just all the high tech lights and filtration systems and shit. And he had this whole soil production thing going on with amendments and all this stuff. And so basically, he was just like, "Yo, my wife and I were getting ready to move to a medicinal state." This was back when there was only like a couple, California, Colorado, and Michigan was getting ready to go medicinal. And he was basically like, we are not ready to sell this house necessarily, but this garden exists in the basement. So the proposition was, we want you to take over this garden, live in this house, and pay us, a little portion of whatever you make growing and harvesting this weed. And that's that for as long as you want to. And we looked at each other. We're like, yeah, I think that's like kind of an offer, that we can't refuse. So for about a month, we moved in with them.
Okay.
It's still no wife swap. But they taught us the whole business of how to make clones, how to harvest, how to amend the soil, and how to effectively grow weed at quantity and sell it. Oh, I would have been super paranoid had he not mentioned that like the people that we would be selling to, there were like 2 or 3 and we knew them already.
Oh, that's bad.
So minus like some good friends here and there, nobody knew about this shit. He had kept it on lock. Like I said, we had been partying in this house for years and we didn't know that was going on for 2 years in the basement. So that is something that we did for about 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was great, super lucrative. I learned a lot. I do remember being really paranoid too at the time. Like I had a lot of bad dreams at the time about like, getting the doors kicked in, like just sitting, chilling on the couch and hear the feds or whatever.
So did you ever like let people come over or were you the type that was like, nah, can't nobody come over, this Fort Knox over here, I'll just come to your crib?
Actually we did let people come over. We kind of just continued having things the way that he had them.
It's smart.
We continued on his annual tradition of the Halloween party. He would actually come into town, and he'd come into town quite a bit and help us with shit. He'd help us with, because he was doing really well up in Michigan. And because he was, the better we were doing, the more, bigger of a cut he would be getting. So he'd upgrade our lights and just do that, all that kind of stuff. So
did y'all get to LEDs or anything like that?
I think we got up to LEDs before we quit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we had, there were some times where people like back to, people coming over. I remember like the smell, there was like we had a filter, carbon filter, and we filtered it out of like the crawl space of our house. And if you went through the house into the backyard, the crawl space was right underneath this door that would take you to the backyard. So anytime anybody walked to the backyard, they'd be like, damn, like what's going on? But to counteract that, we just smoked weed in the house all the time. We're just like, it's just us smoking weed, that's just all it was. So yeah, we did that for a while. Very, very few people knew about it at the time. And it all ended one day when we went on vacation. And when we came back, we got hit with some deficiency that just they were all dead. I mean, we were gone for 3 days.
Damn.
And we came back and they were all fucking dead.
Damn.
I cried. I literally cried. But yeah, I wouldn't take it back. Like I think I learned a lot in the process. I definitely learned a lot about plants. I learned a lot about business. I learned a lot about shutting the fuck up. Not being a little gossip boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an interesting time in my life. I learned about making hash,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, see, I was doing like a full production then.
Pretty much. We were harvesting. I mean, I don't know is this legal to say?
Yeah.
At that time we were harvesting not crazy amounts, but it's anywhere from like 4 ounces to half pound a week or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So it's just this constant process, weekly harvest, curing, drying, curing, trimming, drying, curing, bagging, selling.
Hell yeah. Did y'all do hand trim?
Hand trim. We did have one of those like big ass grinders that you've seen, but they just didn't really do a good job. They just always got gunked up, and they just the nugs looked a little bit scraggly all the time. So yeah, I just took the time to hand trim everything.
Yeah, I'm all about them bonsai trimmers.
Which one? I don't. Are those look like the curvy?
Yep.
Curvy blades.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My homie Living Soil, he had taught me how to grow, and he was really particular about the trimmers that you use, and he always said bonsai because it's easier to get to the sugar leaves.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I didn't know. Yeah, with hash, we learned this process with dry ice. You've seen this where you you take all like your trimmings and shit that all have all the trichomes still on them, and you get these special bags that have like a mesh on the bottom. You buy dry ice and you put some in there and you shake the bag, and then the trichomes freeze off. I'm nerding out right now. The trichomes freeze off, and then you just out of this mesh comes this blonde powder, you know, and that which is essentially hash, and we would compact some of that, but more than anything, we would just save it and cook with it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I started fucking around with brownies and cookies and
hell yeah,
just oils in general that time.
Yeah, my homie Sunray Farms, they got me onto the old school hash.
Okay.
Yeah. That's some of my favorite stuff to smoke.
You know what? And like I would keep that stuff around for when times got low, you know, and like put that in a volcano vaporizer and like
get you lit.
I always said that like when I have very little weed, it's a time where I get the most high.
Yep.
Because you find like the crazy ways to smoke weed. You know, you find you scrape your little keef out of your grinder and shit, and just do the stuff that you wouldn't normally do.
That's when you save the best for like on rainy days, because you know it's only gonna be a small amount, so you got to make sure you're gonna get right.
Literally, totally. Yeah, we're like the same person.
True stoners, yo.
Cut from the same cloth.
You already know. So when you were growing, what were some of your favorite strains to grow?
So at that time we had OG Kush, Blueberry. I guess it was Blueberry Diesel, maybe.
Okay.
They started us off with these mother plants, and then every now and again they would gift us like a clone or something. And if we liked the clone, we'd turn that into a new mother plant. What else do we have at that time? It was so long ago that I have a hard time even remembering. Even nowadays, like when I go to like the dispensaries and shit, they give me the names of shit. I'm like, I don't really fucking care. I'm like, you know, and people are like indica, sativa, hybrids, or whatever. I normally go for a hybrid. You know, because you know I know what a straight up indica will do to me, but as far as like the names go,
you don't matter.
I'm like, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, know? For the most part, I get from from people that I know and stuff like that. So I'll get from like the local growers and whatnot, and they'll still usually have a lot of the strains that are familiar and stuff like that. So, but yeah, as far as this new shit and all of that, like I don't care about that. But like, you see anything with gelato, like let me know if it's got that in there, because I know like specific strains that like do something for me, so I try to find the people who have those. Yeah.
I do remember one that we started growing only because of the name. It was called Headband.
Oh yeah.
And I remember the first time that I smoked that. I remember, and I don't know if it was just like
that's sativa, isn't it?
I think it was a straight sativa.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I don't know if I was just thinking of the name when I smoked it, I felt like I had like a headband going around my head. I was like, oh, there's something to this. I like this one. So yeah, I do remember that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had headband. That's some good shit, yo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like that's one of the things with being on here. I've been able to try like so many different strains and stuff like that. But the things that I've been most happy to try is like the ones that like all the OGs talk about and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I started smoking in probably like I want to say 2012, 2013.
So you were just used to smoking good shit right off the top.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't smoking the shit that I was smoking when I started. I guess that's something I could talk about too. Like,
hell yeah.
Like we call it swag weed. Stems and seeds like a motherfucker. You buy a quarter bag and you'd spend an hour first just de-seeding, de-stemming it, you know. And just like, I mean, I was young, I didn't know any better. It got me high. But just dirt weed, you know, and you were happy to have it, you know. And it wasn't until the first time that I smoked it, at the time they were calling it kind bud, you know, just kind bud. I just remember thinking like, oh, it's this much more expensive. Like, why? And then I smoked it. And I'm like, that's why. Big difference.
Oh yeah. Nah, but I got fooled a couple of times in my early experiences trying to fuck with just people just. because at that point I didn't have like a legit hookup. So those used to be like, I don't know. I always feel like a lot of the new people who are smoking weed now, they missed out on what it's really like to get the true weed experience. Because I feel like you really got to go through the bullshit stage where it's like, okay, you might start out on some good shit, but then once you got to find your own journey into getting into this, you go right back to the bottom and you realize, oh, okay. Yeah. You find out what shit weed is. You find out all that.
Dude, that's real. That's real. You find out the people that are trying to pass off the shit is like, oh, this is from Cali. It's like, no, I see the fucking seed right in the bag right there.
Exactly. This that Zah, bro. This that gas.
That's crazy. You want to smoke some?
Hell yeah. Well, okay. So here's
we got to do that on break because we can't. Because it's I got you.
Yeah.
I remember the thing. We can't smoke in the apartment.
But we gonna do something exclusive this time though. It's gonna be the first time since you the homie for real.
Oh shit.
And you actually smoke for real too.
Yeah.
So we gotta do something different.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, don't tell me yet. Keep it a secret.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Whatever it is, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be lit, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we gonna do our smoke break a little different this time.
Right on.
Hell yeah. Cause I definitely do want to smoke. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta get used to this now. Cause at the old place we smoked right on set.
I watched several episodes of that.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I was hopeful that like from the time that you asked me to do this podcast to the time that we actually did it, maybe something had changed in this apartment complex. Maybe you figured something out.
I kind of
but I understand. Like it's risky.
K Valley. You know what I'm saying?
No. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
Yeah, she don't play. You know what I'm saying? She a real G. So
For sure. Oh yeah.
You already know. What time is it, man? Because I don't know. We might have to fuck around and take a smoke break.
7:43.
Where's my phone at? Because I might be down to do that.
We could. It might change the whole vibe of this podcast.
In a good way, I feel.
Well, that's another thing I wanted to mention. We were talking about like my journey with smoking weed. I feel like sometimes, especially nowadays, and it's usually since I've gotten older, probably into my 40s, that weed has humbled me in the sense that like I thought, like I'm a professional, I could do it, but like there have been times where it's like it's knocked me on my ass, or I've been in social situations where I smoke and I'm having a good time, but then I realize like an hour has passed and I haven't spoken a word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is not conducive for a podcast.
I feel like between me and you though, I feel like it'll be all right though, because we used to like smoking and just
bullshit. Yeah. Oh, I'm down. We definitely should.
Hell yeah. All right, let's take a break then.
All right, right on.
Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. We can take a break real quick.
Cool.
Yeah. We back.
Hey. We're back and we smoked a joint.
Yeah.
On the roof.
Yeah, this is the first episode that we're going to do at the new place where we actually smoke too. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it was well worth it.
It's groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to get to when I was mentioned before that weed has humbled me. And what I was trying to get at was talking to you last week about coming here tonight and how I was like, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit worried that I can't hang, And when I say hang, I can smoke some weed, but like I've had times where I've, smoked at a public event and having a good time, just like observing things, and then realizing that I haven't spoken a word in an hour. So I don't know. Maybe that's just my insecure vulnerabilities, but
no, sometimes that really just do be happening. But it's more so you just sit back and enjoy your surroundings. And it's just more so like, I'm trying to like see what all is going on. You focus in and you might hear the music a little bit better, or like you might feel something like that food that you tasting might just be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We were just having a conversation, and I think the podcast listeners should know upstairs. And I mentioned that I go on like 90-minute walks with no phone and just observe the trees and the birds and shit. And it's done wonders for like my energy and shit and my morale in general, my mood. I'm high. Here we go.
Nah, you
just rambling and shit.
Nah, you're saying exactly what you were saying before. Like, usually, like, you'll go out and touch grass. So, like, it's funny because, there's not too much grass around here, but I got to touch some turf.
There you go. Yeah, there was some turf up there. That's a cool roof.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the new spot now, yo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, well, good to be back from break.
Okay, so this is still gonna work. So I got quite a few questions because now we can get into the improv part of it. Okay, so what got you started with improv? Did you do like anything when you were a kid? Like any?
I didn't do a whole lot of like theater or anything like that as a kid. Honestly, I got started at the Improv Shop with my friend Ryan Bombadeji. Shout out Ryan Bombadeji.
Hell yeah.
He, I guess it was 2013. He was just going through a divorce, staying at my place, staying at the Weed House.
Really?
Yeah, the Weed House that we were talking, the aforementioned. And we were just like looking for things to do in St. Louis, and the Improv Shop came up. That was back when they were in Dogtown at Pat's upstairs. And we saw a show, and they were talking about classes. We were like, whatever, like there's no way. When we saw another show, we went back the following week, and they were talking classes again. And that time I was like, man, I think this is something that I could do. And he agreed, and so we got into it together. And been doing it ever since. What is it? Almost 12 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Again, a lot of stuff happened in between, but love improv. I think it's made me an all around better person. Taught me how to listen. Taught me. We probably talked about this on the podcast before. I don't know. Doesn't teach me how to remember how to speak.
You good, bro?
Teaches you how to listen. A great community.
You thinking too much, man.
Yeah.
We just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah, just me and you, dog.
Hell yeah. Love improv. Shout out Improv Shop. Come to the bar. Come see a show.
You already. I'm hollering, bro. You good, bro? Nah, for real though. Like, you be killing shit. So talk about like actually doing the classes and all of that. What was it like, your experience? Because you've been doing it like when you started, it was probably way different than what it is now.
It was at a different spot. That was I started doing classes there at Pat's, and then they moved to their Central West End spot off of Euclid, and that's where I did a majority of my classes and graduated from. And it was a great experience. It taught me how to be a vulnerable person. It taught you how to be like around a group of people and like completely be myself, and everybody is there for that, and you're there for everybody's shit. Teaches you how to make other people look good, which is a fucking huge skill. Bless you. Yeah. It's just something that when I got into, I didn't know that I needed, and found out pretty quickly that I did, and I'm still here. So
hell yeah. Yeah, for real though. I mean, you done been through all the facets, haven't you, of what it is to do improv?
All the facets as in what?
So like, you've done house teams. Of course, you've won cage match.
Yeah. I won cage match a couple times. No big deal.
Hey.
I owe it all to my teams that I was on. Shout out Moist. Shout out Game Day.
Yeah.
And yeah, house teams with also Moist and Game Day and Zampow. Shout out Aaron Pazdurka.
Hell yeah. Shout out Paz, yo.
Yeah, my partner in crime at the bar. And in life. I love that bitch. Yeah. Just a happy boy.
You being modest now. So, you've done sketches as well, haven't you?
There was a group that I fucked with years ago called Sketchpad, and I caught their death rattle and wrote a few sketches, which was fun. Found out that I enjoy writing too.
Hell yeah.
done a little bit of stand up, barely, just a few open mics here and there, and that was like, oh shit, that was like 6 times in 8 weeks or something like that for this one particular moment in my life. But
really,
yeah, I like, yeah. I'm just,
What was the premise
of the stand up?
Yeah,
I was just jokes.
Okay,
you want to hear one?
Yep.
Some of them are stupid. This one, what do you call dictionary that's addicted to cocaine? Addictionary. Shit like that.
I'm hollering, yo. So you would do like a bunch of runoffs like that?
Maybe some true to life shit too. Whatever was going on in my life. Yeah. It's hard to remember, but yeah. Man, I'm 44, dude. You start to lose shit.
You like I didn't even know you has tried stand up too. That's dope.
Yeah. Gotta get a little bit of taste of it all.
Yeah, I agree. Like I've done a couple of open mics so far.
Yeah, you like it?
It's rough. I really respect it, yo. Mm-hmm. Like it's different just being up there, just you and just like really just having the mic. And a lot of the times, a lot of people aren't looking for you to like do a whole lot of, running around doing emotion and stuff like that. They're more so just waiting for you to just
waiting for your funny words.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like really going into that transition of just like being like, okay, you can't really do the motions like you do with improv and all of that. You got to actually just stand there and really focus on like, nah, you got to focus on these words actually being funny, and they're going to focus on everything that you say.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and in a little bit more of a critical way, I'd say.
Exactly.
Than the improv world, for sure. Because most of the people that are watching you do it on any given night are also doing it,
Exactly. So. I kind of like that, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because those are the people that be most real with you.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
If your shit's funny, your shit's funny.
Exactly.
It's not to work on it if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real, though. Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things now where it's like I'm working on a 5-minute set, and so I'm trying to find the funny. Yeah, I found like the premise of it now because I've done it about 3 times now at open mics. Sure. And now I'm starting to realize, okay, I'm ready to find the funny in it now.
I remember thinking, and I don't know shit about shit, honestly, when it comes to stand up, but I remember thinking that like if you thought of it like something that would be a funny punchline, like just start there and work your way backwards. Like that's the thing that you want to end it on. How do you make that funny? And just like, told this could happen, so that. And then, like, how do you, just shit.
You good, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. You're right. Stand up is tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Props to stand up.
Nah, for real, though. Like, I'm starting to realize there's also a connection, though. I realize a lot of people who do improv, they also do stand up as well.
Yes. Very incestuous.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this. But yeah. I think improv. It would benefit people, I think, as stand-ups to do improv.
Helps with stage presence.
Helps with that. It just like also like thinking up funny shit on the spot helps you learn a lot as to like what is funny in general. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And improv is good for sketch writing too, because I think like the better you get as an improvisation team, like you have a good show, you should walk off and like write those scenes into sketches.
Yep.
And that's the goal, I guess. That's the dream.
Yeah. I've been doing a couple of those where it's like I've been having some great scenes with some of the teams that I'm on, and I'll write a premise down for that. And then recently I'm trying to do a sketch show. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting that out there. Yeah. It's supposed to be in August. So I've been working with Lucius on it.
Shout out Lucius.
Yeah, I want to start getting more people in. We gonna call you in soon.
Dude, I'd love to.
Yeah,
you do like video stuff. Cool, let's go.
Yeah, because we want to also bring the people in that we have that we want to include in it. We want them on the writing process too.
Sure.
So yeah, we've been meeting up like once a week.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Ah man, look at that.
Come on now. I gotta do a double whammy. When I get people up here, you also gotta be like, all right, yeah, come and do this with me too.
Networking.
Hey, it's the ecosystem, yo. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Well, keep your eye on that. We're gonna be doing that. So
no, for real.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for all of this stuff. And okay. So you got a little bit more time left?
I got plenty of time.
Okay, cool.
I got nothing but time.
Bet. Okay.
Let's go.
I want to make sure you was comfortable and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay, bet.
I've let it marinate. Sorry about my little freak out before. I'm cool.
You good, bro? It won't be the first time, but it definitely won't be the last.
I was mentioning to somebody. Do you ever watch Doug Benson's? He had a weed podcast called "Getting Doug with High," and he would have like celebrity and stand-up comics come on just like this, and they would get high throughout the whole thing. And I remember seeing an episode with Jack Black where he got too high and like completely wigged out and had to walk off.
Really?
I was like, shit, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
I mean, that happened to me on here.
Really? You got too high?
Oh yeah.
Did you release that?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I had to do I was doing Sober October.
Okay.
Yeah. So I decided when I came back I was gonna do it on here.
Okay.
So one of the homies, shout out Bitcoin Mint, that was like one of the first times I had ever tried his weed. And once I get some again, I'm gonna have you try it. Yo.
Okay. Not on this podcast though.
Oh no. Nah, that'll be off it. It's some of the best. He's got some of the best weed that you'll smoke, yo.
All right.
Lemon soil, but I don't know what he be doing with that, man. It be like on some next level type shit.
All right.
He definitely is a great genetic chooser. Like he's very thorough with his genetics that he chooses to grow. Yeah,
I would love to take a taste.
For sure. We're gonna figure that out. But so he had some. I have been hearing about him, but one of the other guests, he had brought it in. So I was like, okay, well, you know, why not? You know, I'm coming back on my first time. You know, might as well do it with some of the best.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I also forgot a little bit before that. I had also, so my homie Midcoast was the guest. And so he had brought some dabs too. And I just did like a little one. So I was like, you know, I should be good.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I'll just hit the oney though of the weed, of the flower. So I was like, you know, it ain't gonna be no big deal. Of course I do it. Did it on air. And like at first I was cool, but then have you ever had like the funhouse effect?
Like a funhouse mirror type thing. Yeah. It just starts getting wobbly.
Yep. That started happening to me while we were doing the podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, I had to go excuse myself to the bathroom, but I ended up passing out.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You think it was the dab though?
No, I think it was the flower.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that shit was like next level, yo.
Fuck, I don't know if I want that.
Oh no,
I'm joking.
I'm trying to think of what was the name of it. Once I gotta remember what once I figure it out, I'll let you know. But it was yeah, that was some next level shit because I went back to it after that.
Okay.
Because I was like, I gotta conquer this. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't no quitter, yo.
You wrangled it in.
That's right. No,
Now you're the boss.
That's right. You already know. You don't let the weed control you. You control it.
That's true. Because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know.
Nah. I always look at it as a challenge. If it puts me on my ass, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a challenge. Yeah.
Have you ever done any like hallucinogenics?
I've done shrooms like probably 3 times.
Do you like it?
Yeah. I try to do it like when I'm trying to like do something like monumental. So I only do it, like I said, I'm only doing it like 3 times. The first time I did it, I turned 30.
That's a big date.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was real chill. I was just chilling by somebody's pool, watching the leaves and trees and all that stuff.
Sounds beautiful.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm that type of like shroom guy where it's just like I just want to be out in the open field.
Nature.
Yeah, a couple of people, because I realized that too. Like on one of my trips, it's just like I gotta be selected by the people that I'm with on a shroom trip.
Yes. You gotta choose wisely.
Yeah.
I don't like to typically trip alone either, but you're right. It's got to be like a select. It's got to be the right people for you.
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference in the world. For sure.
Yeah. See, I grew up an only child, so like I'm used to being by myself. So give me like some chill tunes, and I can just like literally zone out. Cause that's what I need to do next time I do shrooms, y'all. Gotta make sure I got a nice sound system around too.
Yeah. Sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you be doing shrooms any hallucinogens?
Yeah, I just did it for my most recent
Oh,
birthday.
that's right. Yeah,
Ate some
yeah.
shrooms. Not as much anymore. I used to be way more into them. Shrooms. Shout out shrooms. Shout out LSD.
I see. I had the most I've done is shrooms. I
haven't done that in a while, but yeah, I've experimented with all that stuff, trying to open up my mind.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna wait till I'm like super old, and then do all of that.
Yeah,
because then at that time it's just like whatever.
You just try it.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. You gotta try it.
Oh yeah. I just look at it as just like I'll be old at that point, so it's like hopefully I'll accomplish enough to where it's just like I could do whatever at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Yeah, because like at that point it's like, who cares?
Exactly, yo.
Yeah, you're gonna see that shit and feel that shit soon anyway.
For real though, shit.
Wait.
I'm hollering, bro.
What else you want to talk about?
Okay, I need to get a couple more questions from you.
Yeah, dude.
So, what advice would you give to somebody who's interested in doing improv?
So the thought that like, oh, I could never get up there and do that, just like shake that shit right out the door, and just push yourself forward. It's you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna make some really good friends. You're gonna learn the value of community, and yeah, if you're feeling down, it's like a really good thing to help you feel good. So come on and join us at www.theimprovshop.com. Shout out Improv Shop.
Hey, my dog went with it. Okay, and then I got your favorite drink to make at the shop.
Favorite drink to make?
Yeah,
I don't know. I like for some reason I really like making mules because I like the hand feel of that copper cup. Just grab that. Yeah, anything where I can just like do that little flick of the wrist.
I got you. Yeah.
I enjoy making drinks. I enjoy bartending. And I particularly enjoy bartending at the Improv Shop.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah. Make sure you come out and support, and make sure you tip my dog too.
Yeah, please. We accept tips.
That's right.
Much appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then let me get your top 3 strains, and then I have one more for you after that.
Okay. Top 3 strains. I would have to go OG Kush. One of the first nice kind bud strains that I ever smoked, White Widow.
Okay.
And the aforementioned Headband. I think those are my 3 favorites. These are the 3 best that I've tried that I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say the White Widow, I got a story with that one. Because shout out to my homies. Ralph. He's got the Tree Academy, Illinois Tree Academy.
Shout out Ralph.
He's got he had these T-shirts that had a couple of different strains, and I want to say White Widow was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I don't know the shirt, but I know. I know White Widow.
But it came with the. It was part of the seed pack that the whoever the geneticist was that grew it.
Okay.
He came out with some exclusive shirts.
Oh shit.
That went along with the strains too.
That looks tight.
Yeah, he was showing me them.
That sounds cool.
That, I don't know. People be on some shit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you mentioned before, but what are your 3 favorite strains?
Gelato. I want to say, I always forget because it was like around when I first started smoking. It's not green crack. It's man, it's off the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
It's okay.
It's like I can't remember, but
you can edit it in later.
Yeah. And then I'd have to say probably Nuclear Genetics. Wow. Smoke too much weed.
That's what I was saying. Okay, so it's not just me.
It's not country grammar, but it's New School Fusion.
New School Fusion.
Okay, yeah.
Got there.
Yeah. New School Fusion, yo. That's like a local strain that was bred.
Okay.
It's some of the best. It's actually award winning too.
Shit.
Yeah. Missouri Cup, yo.
Love to try it.
For sure. I'm gonna get you hip with that, yo.
All
We
right.
could definitely. I'm trying to get Hypo to come to one of my shows, yo. So, yeah,
sure.
I'm
Shout
definitely
out
trying.
Hypo.
Yeah, we gotta get the weed community out to the Improv Shop.
Yeah, you know what? It's only a natural brotherly love, brothers. You know
No,
what I mean?
for real though. You can smoke on the patio.
Yep, 420 friendly.
Yeah. For
sure.
real, for real. And like honestly, I've then had a couple of the homies come out and they said it's funny. I think we're gonna be able to start
It is
getting the
funny.
community.
Like, don't judge this my appearance on this podcast as to what's funny at the Improv Shop. It's funnier. It's not funnier than I'm being right now.
Nah, I've really thoroughly enjoyed this.
I've had a
fun,
good
yo.
time. I'm still having a good time.
Oh yeah, I think people are gonna be interested to come out and see what we got to offer, yo. For real.
Yeah.
It's
You're
gonna
doing a
be
great
fun.
job, dude. I
Thank
appreciate
you. Come on, bro. And we gotta get Ryan up here. We gotta get y'all up here.
Ryan Babadeji?
Yeah, we gotta
Shout
get
out
Moist.
Ryan Babadeji. Moist. Yeah. Winning cage match with Ryan was the first time I won cage match, and probably one of the biggest moments of my life, for sure.
Okay, so that's the question I got before my last question.
Mm-hmm.
Give some advice to somebody who's a champion hopeful of what does it take?
It takes having good shows first and foremost, but also it takes putting butts in the seats. You just got to market yourself. You know, if you market yourself, people are going to want to come out and see you, and if people want to come out and see you, you're going to want to do good, and you will do good. You know, that energy goes back and forth. So get in what you put in.
Yeah, as the homie Logan likes to say, the Improv Shop itself is a wall, and you have to just throw things at it.
And you got to see what sticks.
Yep.
But as far as cage match goes, just invite people. You know, invite your people, and then just continue to keep having good shows, and people that aren't your people, or that are neutral people, will vote for you. Because you're good.
That's right, because they ain't got no motherfucking choice.
Yeah, because you're gonna be good.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a fit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one more question.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say you could have the ultimate smoke session, and I like to add a twist with all my improv homies that come on. So it's a top 5, dead or alive, you get to pick on the smoke session, but you also got to pick the location.
So I get to pick dead or alive, 5 people to smoke with, and the location.
Yeah.
Whew. This is a good question. All right. I probably want to smoke with I don't want to smoke with anybody too cool, you know? It's like, you don't want to meet your heroes. Like,
For real though.
you don't want to disappoint them more than anything.
What if they disappoint you though?
That's likely too.
Yeah.
That's even more likely.
Yeah.
You know? Because if they're an asshole and you love them for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll just spitball some shit. Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucking. You know what? I'm just gonna say Ryan Bombadeji, Aaron Pazderka, Seth Schroeder, Laura Holt, and Donovan.
Hell yeah. We got you, mate. Actually, has that happened before?
Probably.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like we.
I want to just do that on the Improv Shop patio.
Yeah.
3960 Chouteau Ave.
Hell yeah. We about to. If we haven't, I've smoked with basically all those people. Maybe not Ryan. He might be the only person I haven't smoked with.
He just had a kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I still got. See, well, I'll tell you later what I got planned for when y'all both come on.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still got the cigar over there.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congrats, Ryan. Or if you're even listening, watching.
For sure. Yeah, we gotta have y'all on. But for real though, okay.
Oh, and the location? Yeah, Improv Shop. We already said that.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, you want to shout out your socials.
Oh, I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. That's something you got to know about me. I've never been on Instagram.
I like that.
Yeah. I try to stay as unplugged as possible. But you come see me at the Improv Shop. Yeah, I'll be around.
Hell yeah, for sure. Y'all already know, and I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Thank you, my dude.
You already know.
I had a good time.
Hell yeah. All right, and before we go, because I'm gonna end up hopefully clipping this, so then I could promote some shit. But make sure y'all come out to the Improv Shop this Friday. So speaking of the championship and speaking of cage match, my bad, I got high, so I lost my track of thought. That's why I did that.
Dude, listen, I know. I can relate. Fuck.
Stalling, you know.
I can relate.
But yeah, come out 10 p.m. main stage. Help us win this thing. You already know we're going to put on a great show for y'all. We started practicing again so we could really get into this and do what we supposed to do so we can bring y'all a fire show every time. So then y'all ain't got no choice, like we said earlier, but to vote for some black people so we can win this championship. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's my pick, my pick to win it all.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep. At the pre-show. That's right. So you already know I got to come through on my dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gonna throw some money on it. So then, you know, yeah.
Already did. I filled out a bracket.
See, that's what I'm saying, yo.
Put some money on it.
That's right. Hey, so I got to make it happen now, you know?
Thank you.
Come on
do
now.
Do it for me. Do it for the good guys.
Come on now. We got to make this money back.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, dog. I got you. Don't worry about it. But y'all already know. Make sure y'all follow Too T3rpd on all social medias. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Hit us up with a voicemail and text on that hotline, 314-399-9711. And then don't forget to follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms. Y'all already know. There's been a fire one. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
It's 2 2 2
Turp.